Hello everyone. So we're going to be graphing some trig functions today, sine and cosine, and we're going to take a look at some transformations that will begin to happen to some of these. So the first one that I'd like us to look at is y equals 2 times sine of x. Alright, so what we're going to compare this to is like our parent function, y equals sine of x, which we should be fairly comfortable with now. 0, 0, 91, 180, 0, 270, negative 1, 360, 0, and that would repeat as we go through. What you're going to notice with 2 times sine of x is that essentially all of those y values will just double. So 0 times 2 is still 0, but 90 times 2 is going to be, or well, sine of 90 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Sine of 180 is 0. 0 times 2 is still 0. Sine of 270 is negative 1. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And 360 will still be 0. So if I compare this to my parent function, again, you're just noticing that the y values have doubled. So as I go to graph this, I'm going to label negative 1, negative 2, oh, sorry, geez, positive 1, positive 2, negative 1, negative 2, and I'll go ahead and graph my function. And so if I were to compare this to the parent function, you'll notice that essentially it's just gotten a little bit stretched, if you will. And in fact, that is the word, or the key term, or type of transformation that we've done. So let's take a look at... take a look at negative cosine of x. So this is going to be related to our parent function for cosine, and if we bring that up for reference, something that we should be very familiar with by now, 0, 1, 90, 0, 180, negative 1, 270, 0, and 361. What's going to happen here is that this negative is essentially going to flip or reflect the graph. So I'm going to take all of these values and just make them all negative. So this will be negative 1, negative 0 is still 0, positive 1, 0, and negative 1. And now as I graph all of these, let's go 1, negative 1. So starting off down here, 90 still 0, 180, positive 1, 70, 0, 360, negative 1. And we compare these graphs, you will see that from the parent function to this, it was just a reflection over the x-axis. So